Now let's dive into the sales stages. We're going to give you an example here, but I want you to note that your sales stages will be very unique to your business. Every business has a very different sales process. Every business has a very different way in which they engage with their prospects. And it's important that your sales stages reflect the process that you have in place. We're going to cover a few generic stages that are very common. But again, if these stages don't align with your business, understand that you may have to change them or adopt them to the sales process that you have. One thing that we like to do with our sales stages, and you'll notice it in the marketing stages as well, is we like to have the sales stage be a defined action that has been completed rather than showing something that has taken place. We feel that this gives a much more clear understanding of where everything is in the sales process, and you have a better understanding of what's been completed. As an example, we don't have the stage labeled as demo because you may question, has the demo been completed? Are you in the process of demoing? Are you scheduling a demo? Instead, we label the stage as demo completed. You know that if it's in that stage, a demo has been completed and you're working on the next steps in your sales process. So in this example, I have a sales qualified lead. I brought it into the sales process. I've completed my demo. You would mark that stage as complete. The next stage would be use case defined. So you've gone through your demo process, you've gone through your deep dive technical process, and you've clearly defined what the use case for that potential customer would be. And once that is defined on paper, documented, and shared with the customer, then you'd move that to use case defined. Once a formal proposal has been sent to the customer, that is when you can move it into the proposal sent stage. It's not in the process of creating a proposal. A proposal has been delivered with pricing. Once you and the customer have verbally agreed upon the terms and conditions of the agreement and locked in the pricing of the product or service that you're going to be delivering, you would move this to negotiations completed. Now, we know that not every single negotiation can be done in a short period. And even if you have a verbal, there's still contracting processes that take place. So this stage is really a commit stage where it's very likely it's going to move to the next stage, but it hasn't quite signed yet. Then, of course, every salesperson and business owner's favorite stage is going to be the closed won stage. So once you have a mutually executed contract, you'll move it to that stage, mark it as closed won, and typically have a celebration. Let's take a closer look at the entry criteria for each stage and different methodologies that you can take to move from one stage to the next. Similar to the lead lifecycle stages, there's really two styles of stage movement. You can either have clear action-based criteria, where if one action is completed, then you move it to the next stage, or you can adopt a qualification methodology that can assist in moving things from one stage to the next. So as we go through the stages, if you look at demo completed, you should have a pretty clear understanding of what would move it into that stage. An action-based would be if you completed the demo, check the box, move it to that stage. However, if you have different types of stages and you have decided to adopt either MEDDIC or BANT or another qualification methodology, you may have qualification metrics that move it into that next stage. Similarly, as you go through the other stages, use case defined, proposal sent, negotiations completed, those can all be action-based, where one action is completed and you're able to move it into the next stage, or you continue to follow your qualification methodology, whatever aligns best for your business, and move it to the next stage because of that. At the end of the day, I think closed won is pretty ubiquitous across organizations. Once that contract is signed, that's a great time to move it to closed won and start celebrating.